Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the idea of Mr. E being in Ninjago Season 16, as was confirmed by a recent poster, and what exactly his storyline will be in this upcoming Ninjago season. If you guys have been keeping up with Ninjago news as of late, you might be familiar with the fact that we just received a brand new poster for the upcoming Ninjago season set to come out in the summer of 2022. And what a poster it is! It's a pretty interesting poster, all things considered. I've already done a couple of videos breaking down my thoughts on the poster itself, but on the poster you can see some specific Ninjago characters, mostly bad guys, mostly returning antagonists from previous Ninjago stories, one of which being Mr. E himself. Now in today's video, I want to break down what exactly Mr. E could be doing in Ninjago Season 16, and if a previously cancelled Ninjago storyline could reappear in this new season. And with Mr. E being prevalent on both the poster and in the upcoming Ninjago Summertime 2022 sets, as described in various set leaks, it sounds like the character of Mr. E will in fact play an important role in the next Ninjago season. Mr. E as a character has had a really interesting past and history within the world of Ninjago itself. First appearing all the way back during Season 8 Sons of Garmadon, Mr. E was one of the commanders of the Sons of Garmadon organization, one of the ringleaders if you will, alongside characters like Ultraviolet and Kilo. Mr. E alongside the other Sons of Garmadon operated under the instructions of Harumi. Mr. E was also in possession of the Mask of Vengeance, one of the 3 legendary Oni masks. Unfortunately, Mr. E's time in the Ninjago series would get cut short when he was killed by Garmadon during the initial couple of episodes of Ninjago Season 9 Hunted. His death was a pretty major part of the Ninjago story. At that point in time, we had never seen such a violent death in the Ninjago universe, and while Mr. E is a ninjroid and thus his death wasn't super graphic, he was still ripped apart ruthlessly by Garmadon himself. And that was the last time we heard of Mr. E until now, of course. His reconstruction is pretty easy to believe, especially because Mr. E is a ninjroid. It very much seems like his parts could have been recovered and he could have been revived pretty easily. For those that don't know, the original plan all the way back during Sons of Garmadon was to have Mr. E be revealed to be Echo Zane. Echo Zane being a character that we previously saw during Ninjago Skybound. During the fight on the cliff between Zane and Mr. E, there was going to be a big reveal that Mr. E was in fact Echo Zane, reprogrammed and rebuilt for violence. There's even storyboard art of everything about this scene. This was going to happen at some point in time. And the reason as to why this was removed has been stated to be because Season 8 already had a lot going on, and the writers and the staff itself for the Ninjago series didn't feel like they had enough time to properly explain how exactly Echo Zane became Mr. E. Therefore, the idea was scrapped, never to be seen again. However, in Season 16, what if that actually changes? What if they go back and decide to make that plot point canon again? Maybe revealing this time that Echo Zane truly is Mr. E. I think it is possible for a couple of reasons. I do think they need that development for Mr. E for sure. There's a reason why they're bringing him back specifically. Out of all of the Ninjago bad guys that have been in the Ninjago series before, I'm not sure a lot of people would choose Mr. E as one of their first to come back or return in the modern day. I know I certainly wouldn't, so the Ninjago staff has to have something planned for Mr. E's character. As I've said, each villain was chosen for a reason, and maybe that revelation could finally come to Mr. E's character. The plot point of Mr. E and Echo Zane being the same person could very much fall into place here. There's also nothing that says that this can't happen either. I mean, when was the last time we saw Echo Zane? Echo Zane was previously seen in the lighthouse in Season 6 Skybound, and after he was rescued by Jay and Nia, he became a part of Jay's ninja replacement lineup before the events of Skybound were erased. Therefore, in the main official timeline, Echo Zane still remains in the lighthouse to this very day, having never been rescued by the ninja, and most of the characters in Ninjago not even knowing that he was there to begin with. And he's never appeared in any Ninjago media ever since Skybound. So in terms of the canon of the Ninjago story, it is possible that the original idea for Echo Zane and Mr. E could have actually played out as such. Harumi, in the quest to build the Sons of Garmadon, somehow managed to find Echo Zane on that lighthouse and ended up reprogramming him for evil, thus making him Mr. E. Like I've said, the original plot for Sons of Garmadon regarding Mr. E's character could still be canon. Maybe the big reveal will simply come in Season 16 as opposed to it actually happening during Sons of Garmadon. If that reveal does in fact happen, not only would it have a huge effect on the audience that actually knew about this before, but it would also have a huge effect on Zane specifically. Think about it for a second. Echo Zane and Zane are actually a lot closer when you break it down. Echo Zane being created by Dr. Julian, the same person that built Zane. And of course, Echo Zane being a weird, I guess, knockoff of Zane, I could see Zane seeing Echo Zane as some type of last tribute to him from his father. Thus, the Overlord could use that against Zane specifically. In the process of the Overlord putting together his villain team-up, I could totally see him rebuilding Echo Zane, or Mr. E, and using him as a buffer or a tactic to specifically get revenge revenge on Zane. It makes sense to me because Zane was the last ninja to defeat the Overlord back during the Overlord's last appearance in Ninjago Rebooted. And if the Overlord wants that sweet revenge for whatever reason, well, it's easy to access and it's already there. All the Overlord would need to do is to collect the leftover parts from Mr. E and rebuild him again. And I believe that would be an excellent way to torment or torture Zane. Considering how Mr. E is back in Season 16 according to the set listings and the new official poster, that does seem possible to me personally. I think Mr. E is going to have some type of huge reveal during the season, and I do believe it could in fact be that initial reveal that was supposed to happen during Ninjago Sons of Garmadon, where Mr. E and Echo Zane were supposed to be revealed to be the exact same person. Mr. E is Echo Zane. In terms of my personal thoughts on all of this, I think that would be an excellent idea. I really like the idea and the concept that we saw for the original reveal back during Season 8, and I'm kind of disappointed that it never actually ended up happening. However, with Mr. E making a huge comeback in Ninjago Season 16, there's always a chance that this will in fact play out in full, and I for one am super excited to see if this actually happens. Honestly, you wouldn't really have to change much of anything. The story is already there, the plans are already set in motion. The only difference would be that instead of the big reveal that Mr. E is Echo Zane happening during Sons of Garmadon, it would happen during Ninjago Season 16. You could still keep everything from the initial storyboards, just change it up a little bit to fit the modern day context of this new upcoming season. And maybe explain a little bit more about how Mr. E's parts were recovered by the Overlord, or maybe if this is just a clone or something like that, not built from the original parts. There are ways to explain it. There's definitely a way that the Ninjago series could make Echo Zane and Mr. E be the same character in the modern day, and I think they totally should jump at that chance. It's going to be kind of weird if Mr. E's development in Season 16 is not a reveal such as this. I'm kind of struggling to determine what else they would do with that character, and I think it's very likely that the initial Sons of Garmadon reveal could make a grand return next season. Not only would it be an awesome way to bring back Mr. E, but it would also give fans closure regarding where exactly Echo Zane is. And as I've said, it would probably destroy Zane himself. And with that being said, I'm a big fan of that idea, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I've pretty much gone through everything that I need to say today. That's pretty much going to do it for my thoughts here today. Just a quick video breaking down my thoughts on what could eventually happen during Ninjago Season 16 regarding the character of Mr. E, now that we know he's officially making a comeback this very same season. Let me know down below in the comments how likely you think the possibility is of Mr. E being revealed to be Echo Zane, especially in the context of Ninjago Season 16. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and as always, check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Once again, you guys, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.